better than me, Vision on 2020,
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. You got to create them. Got so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in those meetings. Yeah. But they like you. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man. Complete. 30. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Golden Tate, 97 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for gone. And caught by Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Joe Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Here's Goff. He completes it to Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. The throw taken in by Cole. A gain of 6 there on first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again. Goff. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. This is taken about 7 yards deep. he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He completes it to Tate. The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Golden Tate with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Marr now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is gone. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Now a first down throw. Gone. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Here's Madison running on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Goff now looking to throw. That's to his running back, complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And time to spotlight Golden Tate. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. And defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, You're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
The third down pass. A big loss on the play. Brings up fourth down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. They'll try to run with Madison. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to?
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, gone. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Goff. Complete. It's Henry. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Goff now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let one fly for Tate. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Marr able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks as always. One half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Mixon with a first down carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And this will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, it's Tate. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Yellow.
And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. Jerry Hughes able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now Roethlisberger. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he's not going to get in. They force him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kick by Marr is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Gone. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well. And if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now Goff on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Draw play, Madison. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now gone. And that will be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathe.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. On second down. Here's Mixon. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to... And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Goff toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Goff got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Goff. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.